Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. This is 7 Minutes for Seniors. My name is Chris Wilson with Modified Independence, and I'm here with my friend Brenda Applebee from the NAVF, National Association of Veterans and Families. For those of you veterans like me who speak the phonetic alphabet, that is November Alpha Victor Foxtrot.org. And what they do is they help veterans who are seniors or on disability to get the aid and attendance benefit. So this is our second segment. So this is where I usually like to ask, how exactly do you help seniors? Tell everybody why I love sending people to you.
Oh, because we get the money.
Right. Yeah.
And the money is used to pay for home health care or assisted living memory care. It can be used for independent living with a third-party caregiver.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a lot of money. Do you want me to tell them about how much money it is?
Yeah, do it.
For a single veteran per month, it is $2,400 right now. It's a lot of home health care hours.
It is.
Yes.
It is. When the average home health care is around $32 an hour with a 4-hour minimum.
Right.
So what is that? That works out to like what, 80 hours a month?
I've never figured it out.
Something like that.
So yeah, something like that. It's quite a bit.
Somebody's going to type the exact number.
I know, right?
You're going to type the number in the comments. I can feel it already.
And
I'm going to give you 2 thumbs up for a thank you because I couldn't think on my feet quickly enough.
No, I'm not a.
So as we talked about yesterday, the reason why I love sending folks to NAVF is because they're a nonprofit, which means it doesn't cost anything for your service, right? They have a wonderful group of people that I've talked to many, many times.
Yeah.
And they actually fill out all of the paperwork. If you can imagine, what would you say, 40 pages? 40 pages of government vernacular and, everything. It's just, you're just better off. I tell people all the time, you are better off letting somebody who fills that paperwork out do it for you. My understanding is that you guys send a checklist of the things that you're going to need, right?
Yes. So you will be sent a checklist. We call it step 1.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're sent a checklist. It's things like a doctor's form needs to be filled out, your checking account statements, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And you'll know exactly what to do line by line. We highlighted, it's underlined, so you know what to put where and nothing gets messed up. Where to sign, who signs. Some places the veteran signs, sometimes the point of contact signs. So it depends.
And it's nice to have that second professional set of eyes to make sure that all the paperwork's filled out, because you don't want to get stuck in the middle with the government waiting for you to appeal a decision because something was spelled incorrectly.
Yeah. Right? Well, one of the big things that happens when people do it on their own is they'll go down, they'll get all the paperwork they need, take it home. It's overwhelming. They throw it in the corner for a couple months. Then they decide they better do it because now we really need the money. Mm-hmm. And the paperwork is outdated. If it's outdated, the VA will, you're done.
Yep.
And they'll send it back denied.
Yep.
So you have to make sure the paperwork's updated. So that's one of the things we do.
But thankfully, during that time, if you do file an appeal, all of that money goes back in arrears, correct? It goes back to your intent to file date? Does it work the same way as disability?
Once an intent is filed, it will go back.
Right.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Now the appeals can be different.
Right.
So I'm not too sure about the appeals.
Okay.
But on the basic first one, like if it takes, and right now it's taking a very long time.
How long?
It's between 2 and 8 months.
Golly.
Yeah.
You better be ahead of it.
Yeah. If it takes 8 months, you will get 8 months worth of benefit retro. So it will go back. You will get that 8 months in one lump sum.
If you're still alive.
If you're still alive. That's correct.
That's sad.
It's very sad.
Because that could absolutely be the case for some of these people.
That happens.
They get into a situation where they're extremely frail because of a health condition and they're waiting 8 months. So, for all my veterans out there, remember the government and the military is all about hurry up and wait, right? And we're all about recognition and prevention.
Right.
We cannot react to these kind of situations.
Right.
So if you're a veteran, if you served in the military, they passed the PACT Act this year to include veterans that were disenfranchised. I know I've got a family member who has told me multiple times that he signed a piece of paper when he got out of the military that said he would never go to the VA.
Oh, wow.
And that's like, I'm like, where's the sheet? Where's the copy? And he's like, I don't have it. They never gave it to me. Wow. So that piece of paper doesn't exist.
Right.
If you're a veteran and you served, please get into the system, because if your spouse needs help and you can't help your spouse, but your spouse is trying to help you, they're already behind the 8 ball. So get connected, and then situations like this go a lot faster, right? Because if we have to get you through VA enrollment, that takes even longer to get that aid and attendance benefit, right?
Yes. Now for aid and attendance, you do not have to have a VA physician. However, for other benefits, you do. So we suggest, please get a VA physician at the clinic. That would be beneficial. You only have to go, for once a year checkup. If you don't want to use them as your regular doctor, you don't have to.
And they'll do telehealth as well. So as long as you can answer a video call, like the way you talk to your grandkids or whatever, you can talk to the doctor at the VA. They do that with me all the time. I'm usually parked at a gas station. And it's funny because they ask me what the address is of where I'm located when I do that. I'm like, I don't know. It's the the gas station on the corner.
Right. Yeah. I'm at Sunoco today. Might be racetrack tomorrow. But
So we've talked about this, and I love talking to you about this program. It's so beneficial. So who would you say is your ideal client? When is the sweet spot to talk to these people?
That's a good question. So first of all, you have to be paying for health. You have to be paying for healthcare because the benefit is technically reimbursement. So that's a caveat that people get caught up on. It is a reimbursement. So you have to be paying. And you're like, well, I'm not paying. Well, if a child's helping you out, if a child's taking care of you, we can declare them as a caregiver based on what they're doing for you. So it could be your child that you pay. So that works out really great for the family.
They just have to see a canceled check that somebody was paid?
Yes.
So what if somebody is like, what if the neighbor is just volunteering?
It can be a neighbor. It can be
anybody. They would just have to provide an invoice that they did X number of hours, but
they don't even have to say how many hours necessarily. But it has to be somebody other than a spouse. For aid and attendance, you cannot have your spouse as your caregiver.
Unlike some other programs in the community where they will pay your spouse.
Right.
I don't recommend paying your spouse because more than likely you're married to somebody who's about the same age as you.
Yeah.
And if that's the person who's helping you and something happens to them, now you both have to try to figure out how to find somebody to take care of both of you. Yeah. So love your spouse, but get a caregiver to take care of you.
And to have a spouse as a caregiver is a lot of stress on that spouse.
It is. They say that the average caregiver misses 6 years of doctor's appointments while they're taking care of somebody.
And they die sooner.
A lot can change. A lot can change in 6 years. I mean, my hair fell out and I had to get glasses in 6 years. So we don't want to see those kind of things, and that's why these programs are so important. So ideally, as soon as you start thinking that you're going to be paying somebody to come into your home to do anything, ADLs or IADLs, right?
Yeah.
Doing laundry, cleaning the house, because these things you can't do them for yourself anymore. Then this is the perfect opportunity to start saving those receipts and apply for those programs. And of course, we're going to have you reach out to navf.org.
Yes.
Right?
That's correct.
Or you're going to call them
904-394-3908.
Not your cell phone number.
Not my cell phone number.
And of course, you can also, if you reach out, you're going to get a hold of Betty.
Yeah.
And Betty is wonderful. She's going to be able to help you.
Yeah.
Just make sure you find that DD-214.
Yeah.
Have to find it.
If you do not have a DD-214, Betty will tell you how to get one. You can go the route where you do not pay. It can take up to a year. There are 2 other companies that we recommend. I think one is $75, one is $125. They'll have it in usually 2 weeks, 3 at the most. That's wonderful service. People are like, well, I don't want to spend $75. If you wait a year, that's a whole year's worth of benefits you've lost. If you're a married couple, that's $32,000 a year.
Yep.
You don't want to lose $32,000 a year over $75.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. So very good. Thank you very much for being on the program. We'll be back tomorrow for our 3rd segment. All of her contact information is going to be coming up shortly. And of course, if you have any questions, you can feel free to reach out to me or you can reach out to her. Thank you very much for your service if you're a veteran. And thank you very much for watching this segment of 7 Minutes for Seniors. And y'all have a great day.